I was in a rut. I was in a bad place. And this was mainly at work. I was essentially, nothing was going my way, and it had been months of frustration after frustration after frustration. And as one does when you're in a rut, you try and get yourself out of it. And my way of getting myself out of it was telling myself what I tell everyone around me that gets stuck in a rut is, you are not a tree, move. So I started applying for different jobs. I started putting myself out there, not knowing that the route I would take would actually be studying, which was something that I'd wanted to do for a long time. And what happens when you put yourself out there is that you're faced with something big. Rejection. It's a scary topic. We all hate rejection, and it can be devastating. It can make you feel worthless, and it can make you feel like nothing. And after job that I applied for, I eventually got to a point of being quite low, and I was just like, but wait, why am I calling it rejection? Why am I seeing it in this way? Is that really the way I should be looking at this? And the more I thought about it, I came to the conclusion that there really is no such thing as rejection. There is the event itself, and then there's how you perceive the event. And basically the differentiating factor is how you choose to see it. And it's your choice whether you see it in a negative light or in a positive light. So when we are sort of experiencing rejection and we are wallowing in self-pity, you have to remember that most of what we are upset about is external. It's things that we have no control over. So why would we let other people's reactions and other people's input have so much influence over our emotional state? I had no control over the fact that someone else was rejecting my application because the role was already filled. I had no control over them choosing me for a position, except obviously being qualified, and me being qualified was the only control I had. And the only thing you can actually keep doing is keep trying. So rejection is a part of life. You have to be prepared for it. You have to know what it is, and you can't be naive to imagine that everything's going to go exactly your way, because there's so much that's outside of your control. You have to essentially rehearse mentally for the worst outcome and make sure that you're prepared, so that when that bad thing happens, it's only a small little emotional bump that you feel, and not this massive devastating feeling that's overwhelming and bringing you down into a rut again. Does that mean that just because the rejection was expected that we should resign in the face of it? No, it means that you should do everything possible and everything that's in your control to still get the desired results, even though rejection is still expected. So basically, accept everything with equanimity and move forward with virtue.